Welcome to AlphaCars and Royal Enfield Boston. Today we're taking a look at this 2022 Royal Enfield Meteor 350, and it's in stellar black. This bike is very lightly used and it is for sale here at AlphaCars, so definitely check out the listing on our website. It'll be linked in the video and in the description. So in this video, we're going to learn about why this bike offers such a great value. We're going to go over its general condition and learn about its standout features along the way. If you're new to the channel, welcome to AlphaCars. We share daily motoring content on exciting things like this Meteor, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss out. But now, let's take a closer look at this bike. First, as we do a walk around, let me tell you about the history, the owner history and the service history. So we actually sold this bike when it was new. We originally assembled it out of the crate, and this bike did have the first service done at exactly 302 miles. So right on time. These bikes, you need to do the first service at 300 miles. So the first owner really did care for it. They got it in right on time. Of course, this only has 1,300 miles on it, so there's not a big service history. It's really had that first service done. And then when the most recent owner, they just traded it in with us on a Meteor 650. They rode this all last season and loved it. They just wanted to move up to the 650. We did just do an annual service, which means full check over of the bike, oil change. We can actually look in the little sight glass here. The oil is at the correct level and it's nice and clean. Of course, adjusted the chain, checked slack and any of the maybe head bearings, things like that. Just gone over the bike. This bike is ready to swing your leg over, turn the key, and enjoy it for this new riding season. Of course, this offers an awesome value. Being lightly used, you don't owe any freight fees or assembly fees as if you were buying a new bike. So depending on the location you're in, you're going to be saving quite a bit of money in the $800 to $1,500 region, as those freight fees and assembly fees do, of course, add up on a new vehicle purchase. This does have 2 keys with it and the original owner's manual included as well. So now let's get looking at the general condition. This bike presents awesome. Of course, it only has 1,300 miles. I do apologize for any weird shadows. It is in the direct sunlight, so there are some shadows maybe on the fender here from the bike itself. But I will point out a couple light wear marks just on the tank. You can see here, just from like the rider's gear. And then on the tripper navigation pod, there's a couple just little light scuffs there. You have to really see it in the right lighting. If it's a cloudy day, you don't notice anything, but being in the sun right now, it is bringing out really any little imperfection on the bike. With this kind of little scuff, I think what happened is whatever keychain the rider had, it was flapping around in the wind, and then lightly just put some wear on this little lens here. But other than that, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between this and any other bike in our showroom. It presents really, really nice. Let's learn just a little bit about the Meteor 350. Maybe you're clicked on this video because you just want to learn more about this bike, or maybe you do want to purchase this bike and you don't know much about it. Well, let's take care of that here. So it's a fuel-injected 4-stroke, 349cc, 20 horsepower, 19.9 foot-pounds of torque, 5-speed gearbox. These are a blast to ride, very torquey, very fun, and they sound great as well, very throaty from the factory, which we will start it towards the end of the video here. 421 pounds wet, that's what the bike weighs. The wet weight is what you want to go by. That's the actual weight of the bike you're going to be handling. So full of oil, hydraulic fluid, brake fluid, things of that nature. Don't ever be fooled by the dry weight of a motorcycle thinking it's very light, because that's with no gas in it, no oil, no brake, hydraulic fluid, anything like of that nature. So just keep that in mind. 420 pounds wet. So really average for its class and size of bike. And these bikes with the frame design and where the engine is, it is very easy to handle, especially at the lower parking lot speeds. And the seat height is very low at 30.1 inches. So even if you're not maybe the tallest rider, you still can get your feet down and be very comfortable with those low speed maneuvers. Talking about the wheels and tires and brakes, it has standard ABS front and rear. Very safe feature, and that will really save you in situations where you'd least expect it. Maybe there's a bit of sand on the road you come across on a blind corner, or maybe it's raining and you got to get on the brakes harder than you normally would. The ABS really adds a big deal of safety to these modern bikes. 300 millimeter rotor in the front with a 2-piston caliper, and we can see the rotor surface has worn very evenly. There's no rust or corrosion. The bike, we can tell, was always cleaned and stored properly. And this rear rotor, 270 millimeter disc back here. And once again, well, that's a single piston caliper, but once again, the rotor surface is very clean. And as far as the tire and brake life, those specifics can be found on our online listing, but I do know they're all around like 90%, 85 to 90%, as you would expect with a bike with only 1,300 miles on it. So now let's turn on the ignition. Very nice, attractive, kind of retro looking gauges. I really like them. And this bike being a 22, it does have the Tripper navigation pod. This is powered by Google Maps. You can link it to your phone. And it's not gonna have a map on there per se, but it will tell you your next turn and how many miles of the distance. It's a turn-by-turn little navigation pod. It's really cool. Now looking at the center instrument cluster, we have a gas gauge, so we can see it does have like 3/4 of a tank. It tells us what gear we're in. We're in neutral right now. We can see the neutral light on, so that's why it says gear 0. We have our odometer, and if we use this button right here on our controls, we can go to our different trips, A and B. And if we want to reset one of these, we just go to our respective trip and we just push and hold the button, and it goes right back to 0 there. Super easy and intuitive. There's also a clock there that you can set. So really all the information you need in a really simple and easy to read package. And even I like the fuel filler, how this comes up there with the key. There's not just always a key slot there. Just little touches like that really make these bikes really just such a nice attractive package and feel really quality. Speaking of them feeling quality, the grips are really comfortable, and we can see this being a used bike. I want to show you the grips and the controls. So of course we have our throttle here. Grip really shows no wear, and it's very soft to the touch and very comfortable. We have our kind of 3-way switch here. This is our starter, run position, and then our kill. These bikes do have hazards as factory standard, which is awesome. There's a lot of bikes in a much higher price bracket that actually don't even have hazard lights as standard, so another very safe feature. Moving to our left grip here. Once again, it's all in really good shape. We have our headlight switch combined on this kind of 3-way switch. So we have our running lights, that's our high beam, and then flash to pass right there. And we have our blinkers and our horn. And even if I show you, especially on a used bike, you want to look at this. Check the ends of the levers, the ends of the bar ends. Look at the condition of them. Are they scuffed up? Has the bike been dropped? This one, I would say no. It is all in good shape. There's no gouges or scuffs, even on the bottom of the foot pegs here. These little feelers, on the bottom edge of the exhaust. This will pick up scrapes here if the bike falls over. I would say that with 99% accuracy, I would say this bike has probably never been on its side, which is an awesome sign. It's just a very, very clean bike. Like I said, it'd be hard to tell the difference between this and the other, new bikes in our showroom. So now, since the ignition's on and we're in neutral, let me start it up. Runs super smooth, easy to start. That engine is fuel injected, I meant to mention. And I will mention now, I did mean to say this earlier, but this bike still has factory warranty on it. These bikes have an awesome factory warranty, 3 years, unlimited mileage. And the exact expiration date for this bike's warranty is 7/16/2025. So that's July 16th of 2025. And depending on when you purchase this bike, I'm sure this bike will not be around for much longer. These tend to go really fast, these lightly used Meteors. you know, you still have over a year of that factory warranty, offerings, you know, a lot of peace of mind. Let me give it a couple little revs for you. So these bikes, the fueling's really good. They run really smooth, you know, hot or cold, depending on the fuel quality, the elevation you're at. No tinkering with a carburetor. These bikes are awesome if you just want to be able to jump on when you want to ride, not tinker with it, turn the key, and just have a very nice ride. So I believe that is all I have for you in this video. Just a very quick overview of kind of the standout features and operation of the Meteor, and pertaining to this one specifically, the condition and the owner and service history, as this is available at the date of this video posting. If this bike is not available, we have, if we look through the glass showroom right to my right, we have a showroom full of Royal Enfields. We always have a huge selection, so definitely check out our website where you can view all of our inventory there. And I'm sure we have another option that you'd be looking for at that time. So this has been Ian reporting from our Boxborough location. I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching and learned something new about this Meteor. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe so then you don't miss out on the latest motoring content.